Now students, we have come to working out of the F2 generation. So in this F2 generation, we are working out a Punnett square that contains 16 squares here. Okay, so when we work out this, we need to write the gametes on the x and y axis of the Punnett square. So let us see. I am writing capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. Then capital R, capital Y, same, only here. Okay, so 1 we are going to take as what? Male. This side we'll take it as female, considering both the parents who are involved in this cross. Now let us work out the combination. When we join these two, we get capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Club together all these letters. So always same letter will be together and always capital letter comes first in this cross. So it is capital R, capital Y, small y. Capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. Then you have capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Coming to the next one, capital R, then it will be capital Y, small y. Capital R, small y, small y. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Capital R, small r, Y, small letters. Capital, small, capital. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Small r, capital Y, small, capital Y, y. Here it is capital R, small y, small y. Capital R, small y, small y. Here it is small r, capital Y, small y. Then all the letters are small here. So this is how you will be working out the F2 generation. It's quite interesting, cross that you can do it for any set of two given characters. So now if you see here, we are going to work out only the genotypic ratio. The genotypic ratio, we are going to work only on the phenotypic ratio. That is only the external features. How many are round yellow? That you have to find. Then how many are round and wrinkled? These are all new characters that have formed out of this cross. How many are, here it should be green, round and green. How many are wrinkled yellow? And how many are wrinkled green? This is what we are going to see now. So wherever you find capital R and capital Y, you have to strike out those boxes. That will be your round yellow combination. If there is a capital R and capital Y, definitely it is round and yellow only. So these many plants are carrying the characteristic feature of being round and yellow. Now students, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 plants are round and yellow. Now the next one is that how many are round and green? Means what are the boxes that contains only capital and no capital R and no small capital Y. Find out what are the boxes that contains capital R only and no capital Y. So 1, 2 and 3. Rest are not. So you write here round green is 3. And how many are having only capital Y and there is no capital R? These are the ones. Again it is 3. How many contain all as small letters? Only 1. So it is 1. So what is the ratio now you have arrived? You have arrived at 9:3:1. This is the ratio, that is the phenotypic ratio of the F2 generation. This is how you should be working out your dihybrid cross. Coming to the last segment of this lesson, how traits gets expressed. Now I say there is a DNA. Okay, so you have a DNA here. One comes from the father, another one comes from the mother. One is paternal chromosome, another one is maternal chromosome. So now here in this there is a segment, we call it as gene. Here also there is a gene. Now listen, I say that these two genes, one is dominant gene. That is, for example, from the mother, a segment of gene, I say it is dominant. Another one, I say it is recessive. Example I am giving you is plant height. So you have, there are two contrasting traits here for this plant height. One is tall, another one is dwarf. Tall is said to be dominant, dwarf is said to be what? Recessive. So when I say the dominant character that is present in the mother is tallness and the recessive character present in the father is dwarf, which one do you think will be expressed in the offspring? Answer is very simple. Whichever is dominant will get expressed. So when this goes into the child, only one of the gene will go into it. How is that possible? Because this is not present as a single long DNA. I told you when there is cell division, this will condense in the form of chromosome. So there is a chromosome set here now. So this will carry a character for tallness, this will carry a character for dwarfness in one of its segments somewhere here. So during the process of cell division, this will divide, the chromosome divides and it goes into two separate cells during gamete formation. So they will go separately. That means the characters are independently assorted during the formation of gametes. So each parent will contribute a single set of gene. So this is from one organism. This is parent A. Similarly, the same will happen for parent B. So here also there will be one set of chromosome here, another one set of chromosome here. When the gametes are carrying only half of the chromosomes, they carry only half of the gene sets here. So during the process of fertilization between parent A and B, what happens is this and this might join or this and this might join, any which way. So it restores the chromosome number. So this is what in nature happens. Now listen all of you, when I say dominant, how do I say it is dominant? What is it is expressing here? It is expressing a character that is called tallness. Means that gene that is in question here for tallness is producing a hormone that is maximum. This hormone, for example, can be a growth hormone which is responsible for the plant growing, to its maximum height. Now this is what is called traits getting expressed. Now what about recessive? Why it is not getting expressed? Take this for an example. When I say the hormone is producing at maximum amount because there is an enzyme that is triggering the production of this hormone. This enzyme makes sure that the hormone is produced maximum. Suppose this enzyme, there is a deficiency or some defect in this enzyme. What happens is that the amount of hormone produced will be very less, or the hormone will not be produced at all. So what happens is there is no hormone production, so the plant does not grow. That is why the plant is appearing dwarf. So what I am trying to tell you here is, if traits gets expressed, that is because the gene is functioning properly. So the enzyme that is responsible for production of hormone is working at its best. If it is recessive, the gene is not at all performing, or it is not doing its work. That is why the hormone production will not be that great or will not be produced at all.